All the outlets, when we actually got it, everything worked. The lights down here at the bottom, those are 12 volts. And I didn't even cut the hole in that one for the 12 volt. I don't know that I'm even gonna use that. It's actually just a little slit. We'll probably have a light there. But all the wiring is accessible from underneath the trailer up through the wall. The walls are hollow. There's a channel. This metal, it had wood behind it, but then the outside, when you look through it, the outside skin looks like it has no wood on it. It's just metal. And this is metal with wood on it. Well, so I was power washing, and I think got all the outlets for it. Like this one worked too. I took the compressor down, took that down, obviously. We painted around it. See how it looks all kind of, oh, that looks like hammered horse shit up there, actually. What happened up there? I'm gonna have to sand that off. That looks like crap. All the gaps, and I mean, we've got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, this inside might just need to completely be covered. That's why I didn't really care about a lot of the runs and stuff like that. I just wanted to get it covered because it was horribly disgusting. Now we can, because I mean, I'm thinking it might need to be carpeted all the way. I mean, what better insulator than carpet, and you can lean up against it. You know, it's soft. I mean, the wiring that's on it, it's served its purpose, but it only needs a charge line. Right now, I think I'm putting a 10 gauge line from the front battery underneath the trailer. And I don't have any wire loom, kind of bummed me out. It is in, whatever, I grabbed a solid wire, which is a drag. I mean, all automotive stuff normally is stranded, right? I get it. But we was at the hardware store, and you know, they had one big roll of wire, this guy right here. That's what I got. 10 gauge. Yeah. I didn't read it too freaking good. I just grabbed it. But at least right now, I now have a line. I'm not gonna plan on keeping it because I don't even have wire loom. I need to get expandable wire loom and put the entire line in it and then fish it back there and actually make it to stay. But right now, I want to be able to open and close the door because obviously it needs the door to open and close. And I also wanted to paint behind all of that and kind of try to make it look better. That's all shadows up there. Or is it shadows? I don't know if it is or not. That right there? No, that's not shadows. Dang, I didn't do enough job. We didn't cut it in either. I didn't cut it in because, I mean, I didn't want to get anything on the trim. I mean, that trim is kind of cheap and very kind of cheap, but very easy to do. And we could do a much better job with the trim if I grabbed a bunch of it and went maybe a little bit bigger trim and to encase carpet, you know. Right now, this wasn't I'm going to be done with this trailer type of remodel. It was more like we want to use it, we want to have it, we need the extra space. We're selling our house. Hopefully get up north to do some other stuff to this. Hopefully, we'll see. Oh, I wonder, I can feel the wind. And then you go up here, it's gone. So laying down there is freaking wonderful, you know? So I got it halfway and I was like, I'm going inside, turn the heat on for a minute. I might as well take a break. All right, so enough playing around. I'm gonna put all this gear back on and leave you guys alone for a little bit. Wedding. Some of that. I was going through the stops and this is not entirely accurate information. After looking at the stops, like I was banging 6-hour drives. The legal amount. And they go up for a quick flag, bam, bam.
Wow, we were young. Like really young. Where's that picture? Oh my goodness. You and your nephew. He still looks like that, and you still look like that.
A little more? Wow, that was our Grand Canyon trip.
Yeah.
Is that when I asked you to marry me?
Yep.
House had a heated
Oh, I was a
driveway.
cheesehead. Aunt Trisha. The moon. You driving with no shirt on.
That was in your parents' car.
Yep.
That was, she was a little hottie then too.
Doing in 3-degree weather.
We picked the best day to do it. We're gonna try to push this up in there. Look how nice this is though. This ramp is like 12 feet long. Oh, it's kind of soft right there.
Yeah, at least the tire.
Soft right.
Tires
Don't drive in the middle. Don't put the
Yeah,
tires in the middle.
don't drive in the middle.
We're gonna put the Razor up there and then put shelves in and see how it fits. It's the first thing we've ever loaded in here. The Razor's wide. Look at it. It's wide.
It is wide.
I hope it fits. It should fit really well.
We're pushing it because it doesn't run, because Anthony sunk it into 15 feet of water.
The winch doesn't have a plug.
And the other winch doesn't have a plug. Up the one all the way up front. So let's
There is one there, but I don't have a plug for it.
Yep. Let's
We'll
get
do it later.
let's get to
Push
pushing.
Oh.
Impressive.
I take tire off, it didn't fit. Dang it. Using a chalk block, pushing a little at a time. It's gonna fit. That's for sure. Awesome. How about a genius idea? Let's use this. It's sitting in the bucket right now. Freaking idiots. Might as well. Dang it.
Okay. So he's got it hooked up. Whoa. Manpower, not horsepower.
Yeah, how strong is it?
Well, the cat's gonna go for a ride, aren't you, little? You get ran over on a non-running vehicle, I'm
Looks like the tie down's gonna hold.
not gonna feel sorry for you. Did you need me to
Get it
steer?
up over that hump right there. How close are we on the front tire?
We're almost to the hinge. Get to work.
Okay, quick look at James's truck. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do the brakes right here. Not even start it up. You know, it's got miles on it right now. Now the EGT sensor is in there. Tongue is in. The diff cover's on. It appears to be dry. Well, I haven't gotten under it yet. But everything's together. The tune that's in it, you can pretty much pull anything you want with it. It's not a hopped up hot tune. It'll get out of its way if you hammer on it. You got to hammer on it a little bit, but it also will. If you're not trying to get on it, if you're doing 70 mile an hour, say whatever around there, you can be under 20 pounds of boost in this truck, which is nice. And most 6.4 tuning will not allow you to be under 20 pounds of boost to be going highway speeds. I mean, that a lot of the tuning is like that. This tuning that's in this will allow 10 pounds, which should give it a lot more economy. You know, but right now we're still fighting fresh engine, right? I mean, let's let it wear in, break in, let everything get all. The more miles that get put on it, the happier it's going to be. So right now it's got about 800 miles on it. You know, it needs 100,000 freaking miles on it. You know, so let's let's get to it. Right now we're gonna put brakes on it. Brakes by brakes, I'm saying the front pads look good. We did put a hydro boost on it, and that there might be a little bit of air still in it, a little bit, but it's the issue's resolved. Now it's not 100% brand new vehicle brakes, but it's brakes. I mean, you got brakes. You know, that's the hardest thing I found to accurately say is I can give you that perfect brake pedal feel. You know, I mean, they're all different. So we're literally just going to pad swap right now. We're gonna do rear pads. The rotors appear to be all right. We're gonna catch it early, so just a straight up calipers off, open the bleeders, push all the fluid out of the bleeder, out of the caliper, and throw some new pads on it, grease it all up, make sure it's all good and functioning. And there is one piston, I think it was on the passenger side, there's one piston that was not contributing like the other one. I caught that, so we're gonna have to make sure that it's not seized up, because that could affect us. Worst case, we'll be putting a caliper on that passenger side. Package up these hydro boosts. Somehow we got 2 of them. So that they took the core and sent it to us like a reman one. Julie's gonna take them up, put them up, and go get pads. But let's see. Oh wait. Which way does it go?
It doesn't want to move past that.
Well, I mean, it's going. It's just hard. This should go in pretty easy, especially with the bleeder loose.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me loosen that up a little bit more. Might just take the whole bleeder out. This caliper's done. Torn boot and all. The boot's tore.
The bleeder's all the way open, and it's...
Yeah, it's almost out. I mean, it's pouring out.
Really, really hard.
Yeah, that side. So they're not wearing evens either. Seeing that's the one I saw. That was on the inside. That was up against the piston. And I think that one is seized up. So good thing we did it. Let's go ahead, because that one would have been just about ready to need attention, so we caught it
before it destroyed a rotor.
Got every penny's worth out of that brake pad and not caused any damage. That's awesome.
Now we're on the driver's side.
Just a simple pad swap. Watch this. Not even moving. Slide it in. So there's the question. Do you want to just replace the bracket? I think we can get the bracket, or get a refresh on it and hope that whoever's remanning the brake calipers does a good job. Yeah. Whichever way you want to go. But I mean, it's looking...
We got to get this caliper off so we can look at the rubber around it.
I mean, getting it... All right, let's hang this up. And I was worried by dragging it off of there because the pins wouldn't move. That would tear up this caliper. I don't see any busted boots on this one. Now we got to see how well it compresses. Bear with me here. I'm trying to hold it so it's... You know, we got a hook on it, but... All right, let's see how hard it is. Yeah, see, that's how they should go in. By hand. Very, very... Okay, so right here. This little... Right here gonna cause us to replace the caliper. Look inside of that slide pin. It's completely seized up. We'll spend days trying to mess with that. That's a bummer because this caliper's good. You know what? I don't know that. No, the other one's seized too.
Yeah, that's the passenger side one.
What a freaking drag. Both sides, both of these are seized. And then that one's seized. So by the time we mess with all of them, it's $47 just to get the bracket. And it's like, how much for the caliper and bracket and everything?
80, roughly.
So I guess, what decision do you want to do? Do you want to, I guess you could spend half and leave that one caliper, because that caliper's all right.
But the caliper by itself without the bracket's 60. So it's cheaper to buy the caliper and bracket all together.
Yeah, but inevitably you spend more money. Inevitably you're gonna still spend more.
Yeah.
And that's hoping that the calipers that we get are as good as how that one sits right now. That's the biggest question right there, because that'll be very, very easy to get upset when we put a caliper on because the bracket's seized, and then that caliper winds up seal leaking and brake fluid, and that would be right. So let's put calipers and brackets. All right, so Shop's all shut down, an absolute disaster. This is James's truck, and we are all done. It is, let me open the hood. Let's see if the light, yep, light comes on. It's all done. No more in the shop. We're getting ready to go move a bunch of stuff. We got a whole bunch of moving going on. The lift gate's full of stuff. The double stacker's full. The 34-foot Don's triple axle's full. So we need to go move vehicles around. This is gonna go park and sit, and we're gonna jump in the Volvo tonight and run up north. I think, maybe, hopefully. But this is the last time she's here. We've been through a lot with her. And she is now, I'm going to drive it potentially Nashville, but it's looking more like Atlanta. And maybe if things happen, we'll be down in Tampa with it. We don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going. James is actually moving too. He is moving as well. So, you know, moving with a whole bunch of stuff is challenging. Thank God we do have the shop here as a place to actually compound stuff, set stuff, right? But we'll be done with that here in not very much longer. I mean, really not much longer. Maybe another week, maybe. We've got 2 6.7s outside that need to be done in a 6-liter, and then 4 more 6-liters, and then, oh my goodness. But I want to have, I don't want to compromise just to hurry up. So the vision that I've got for the trucks and the jobs and everything is going to be different. I want to focus on them. I want to take my time with them. I mean, the coolant's been rock solid right where it wants to be. It's actually warm. I've already driven it. I've been driving it. We put brakes on the back. Just pad swap. We didn't do rotors. All the rotors are slightly glazed over. That's an issue with the brakes. I mean, they're good. The brakes are good. They don't have that. No, they don't have that banging. I'm awesome feel. But I mean, it's absolutely. I mean, I pulled a 34-footer with this thing, and so, you know. But that's the last time in the shop. The machine shop's all shut down back there. Look at that. Can you hear the crickets? All right, let's get the heck out of here. And she is now going to Florida. Like sending a child off to college. It's awesome. Now, those that have been to the shop, this is the time right now when if she doesn't shut all the way, look at her, I got her all, she's just hanging out. If it doesn't shut all the way in the first one, then you're not done. Those of you that have been in the shop, you have to open it back up. So here, we'll just say bye-bye. Their numbers as we're sitting. It'll blow 40 pounds. I hadn't went over, I think I saw 42 pounds. But we'll see. I mean, she's nice, she's healthy. Sitting here idling. In the shop, both headlights work. Very cool. No fog lights. Nah, no fog lights. Cool, those work. Oh, parking light in the mirror's out. Cats are anxious to get in. I mean, obviously it is dark out. It snowed. It's all nasty. So I changed my mind and I couldn't actually leave with the light out. So we pulled it back in, fired the shop all back up. And look at that. They're aftermarkets. It's corroded in there. See it inside of it? I can't dig the damn thing out. She don't want to leave. She wants to stay. You know, I find that in a lot of aftermarket connections. A lot of them. Something about the material is nowhere near the quality of what OE uses. I mean, we should be able to clean it up, but there's no cure for it. You can put some dielectric in it, hope for the best. Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes later, here we are. Got this thing out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. are trying. We're cleaning it up. Julie brought this. Of course, I'm gonna have to keep it off the thing, and then we'll throw some dielectric in it. Not that. That's no, the dielectric's over there. That's the. She thought that was. I mean, anything would work, but we'll use dielectric. I don't know that aftermarket one. I don't know how well it's gonna. I mean, I don't want to beat the mirror up too bad, but it'll work for now. Hopefully, it keeps working. Got some of this stuff back there. There we go. Let's see. Leave it plugged in for a minute. Might as well while it warms up. It won't hurt. It won't hurt nothing. Just make sure and unplug it before we go. It's good. That is a cold start. It's about 15 degrees here right now. It's kind of chilly. There's ice on the floor and ground. Things all. Julie's feeding the cats in the bus. We're trying to get them acquainted to it. Got the camper plugged in, Don's truck. Don's trailer. Got Don's trailer here, a little dirt on it. The double stacker. We are pretty much about as equipped to move that anybody could ever ask for, I guess. So. But I am about to drive this truck to Atlanta right now. I got my bag, and we're gonna fly back. Need to get rid of this metal. But we're gonna put it in the wind. It's on its way home right now. So let's hope for a safe journey. Here we go. 552 miles, just filled it up, threw another $70 in it. Right there. Yep, so. Something to eat, keep rolling. For those that have never driven through St. Louis, go across the bridge, over the river, holding you on the steering wheel. There's the arch. Now let's go a little further. There you go. There's another $80 down. We're in Kentucky, I think. What the hell is going on here? Somebody's on fire. Oh yeah, he's on fire. Oh, this smells bad. All right, another $43. Stopped here because it was $3.17. How cheap is it here? It's $3.17. I figured I'd stop and get some. Well, we made it. We're in Atlanta. Wow, it's like not clear. It is. So we made it. We're gonna run over to the airport and get this thing dropped off so I can catch a flight and get back home. But we made it. All right, it's real early in the morning. We're at the airport, 34D. I don't see any other signs around here, but she rolled like a trooper all the way here. I was looking around for car wash and it's just dirty. It's dirty. It's dirty. It's got half tank fuel in it. She's at 34D right outside the gate on the south lot, and since we made it, so there she is. We had a long ride with her. I drove her to Atlanta, and we're gonna leave her right here at the airport. So James now has his truck back, and we was just now talking down the punch list of it and how bad the 6.4s have become. Actually, I don't even want to say that they've become bad. I haven't had a good 6.4 job in over a year.
They are not profitable, and 25 grand still isn't enough.
It's 50 grand. It's 50,000 freaking dollars. So James brakes. The steering's good. I mean, it's the freaking power steering. I don't understand 6.4 power steerings, I guess. I can't. No comprehendo. Injector, you got a little injector chatter. Fan clutch is a piece of crap. I hate that freaking fan clutch. I noticed as I was driving more, it was loosening, but I think it was only loosening up as it physically got hot, as it got up to temperature. The fan clutch. They
definitely changed something with those. Because it wasn't just James's, they had like almost every single one we've put on in the last
2 well, right now
years
James was absolutely 100% the very last Murray 6.4 fan clutch we will ever buy again for the rest of eternity. I will never buy one again.
For a 6.4.
For a 6.4, never, ever, 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 ever. I mean, it might need a set of turbos eventually. Oil. That's what that oil smell is. There's oil. And damn it. I mean, turbos for $1,500 damn dollars. You know, I already put $2,000 in injectors and drove them down to Atlanta and left them in the parking lot and walked away from them. Those are the liftgates injectors. They were, I mean, actually they was half tax money is what it was. I mean, so what we're talking about is, I wish we could have done more on James's truck. We sold our house so we could pay off the machine shop. And I don't know how much more I'm willing to give to keep working on these freaking 6.4s. And the 6.4s are making me not even know if I want to work on the trucks anymore. But that's where Don and Cody and Jeremy and Rose, Joe, that's where all of them are going to come in. Because they do care about them. And they can instill a little bit back in me. Because we're actually on our way back from the airport and going home.
What about 3 hours sleep?
A short home. The home that we're packing up and leaving from. It was a rough drive. I probably called Julie 6 times, angry. Bitching.
Like, I just set the phone down and just listened to him talk. Like, I'm surprised he still has a voice.
It was a long drive. I just put it in the wind and rolled out. I think it had 1,200 miles on the odometer. Add 410 to that, and that's where it began. So I told you that you could roast tires in it, but I never, not once, did it. And you would have to pound on that freaking throttle like a sumbitch. It's just so sensitive and so touchy. And when the boost comes in and then you back off just a little bit, either the air filter with the cag tubes, all that stuff, it's different. It's a different little animal. So Don's got a 6.4 at his up north right now in Watson that Elite Diesel did in 2012, all done up, boost tubes and everything with what do they call those? What do the race car guys call those? The blow-off valve tubes. There's a name for them, a term for them. But they've got it plumbed down underneath the transmission. It's a dual fueler on it. It's sitting up there right now. It won't start.
It starts. It has no reverse.
It's got programming issues.
Smokes like crazy. That's probably tuning.
Another 6.4 though. It's another 6.4. 6.4, another one. I mean, the 6.4. I don't mind the 6.4. I don't mind it. I hate the budget. I hate what it does to the bank account to work on 6.4s. Yeah. And we'd be lying to you if we try to say anything other than that.
Not just our bank account, but the owner's bank account.
Yeah, I mean, the owner's got to have a bank account that holy mother freaking crap of God. that at $50,000, shrug your shoulders and they'll be like, hell, all right, let's do it.
I'll take two.
I'll take. Let's go.
I'll take a nap.
Yeah. Made it back home. We just crossed the Missouri River. 2 6.7s and a 6 liter.
4 6 liters.
4 6 liters. 5 6 liters.
Maybe 6 6 liters.
Damn, there's lift gate too. Okay, you know what? I don't think at 50 grand we'll talk about your 6.4, but I don't think I want to adjust that price until the lift gate is done. Because I want a real live assessment for what it's taken to do one with what needs to be done. I don't even know if those rods, I mean, they're new, they're Ford rods. I mean, we don't have issue throwing rods in them, so unless we can lighten the rods, that would be the only reason to address them. All right, we're rambling now, we're going home. There are a bunch of changes that have already happened, and when you're watching this, the changes have already happened. That's what I'm getting at, because it's gonna be kind of confusing.